लगता है मुझे I think I thought that they might be introducing me to the students. They given up. So now I think I have to introduce myself to all of you guys. It's all right.
I can't introduce you.
In 1967, I came to Karachi. I got admission in the University of Karachi. I finished my master's and honors degrees in 70. Then I went abroad. I got PhD in X-ray crystallography from Queen University of Belfast in UK. So that's nearly 51 years I have been in the field of X-ray crystallography. And this X-ray crystallography field is only 105 years old. I've been into this for nearly more than half of a century. I have learned these techniques and everything from just like medieval times. The real hands-on experience with how you solve the structure and how you do it manually. If you do one structure to the level we do it nowadays, using a calculator, doing one calculation 10 seconds, it will take you 130,000 years to do the analysis, complete analysis of one structure. You can solve these three structures in one day nowadays. Things have changed. My supervisor, who got his PhD, had three structures, crystal structures in his thesis. I have done three structures many, many times in a single day. So after my PhD, I went to Canada in 1977. Spent 1 year there, then I moved to Switzerland. I was there at the Institute of Technology, Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, the ETH. It's a very well known, just like in the US you have MIT, ETH, the ETH. That is the institute where Einstein applied many times and he was rejected. He couldn't get into the institute. So therefore, in Switzerland for 2 years, then I migrated to Canada in 1980. From Switzerland, I came here to Karachi. I got married and took my wife with me to Karachi. So from 80 to 84, I was in Canada. There were very hard times, no jobs. So I crossed the border the day I got my passport. Within 1 week of obtaining citizenship, I was in the US. I taught at the Kent State University for nearly 6 years. That's where I met Professor Atar Rahman. I had not known him before. And we became friends. I had the privilege to host him for a few days. And since then, I've been coming here most of the time annually. But in the last 3 years, I had some personal problems. I was unable to come. They did not schedule my course either. And sometime in 16, I took my retirement. I've taught for nearly 40 years in the Western world. Published nearly 800-900 papers. And they're all my own contributions. My friends, or my name is not in my friend's papers, but just because his other friend put his name in it, which is very common in our countries. So I took retirement in 2015. It's 11 years I've been retired. And I have no link with University of Calgary from where I retired. I just gave up. And this year I packed all my books I had collected over the last 50 years in a suitcase, and that is sitting in my guest room, in the guest house. I'm going to give it to all these, to the library here. So I have only one problem. I will announce it again. At 11 o'clock, I will close both of these doors and you will not be allowed in after 11. Period. It's a serious business. If you are relaxed too much, stay home. Relax. If you are serious about learning something, then come prepared for it. And believe me, Rakta does not work in X-ray crystallography. If you understand everything, you are extremely happy to know the concepts. And if you don't understand, I'm always there. I will have my office hours. You can come and check with me. I will try to explain to you. I know only two languages, Urdu and English. Urdu and Punjabi. But that's all I can say. Welcome to this course. I'll announce my office room and phone in my office. I will be sending you some materials by emails. You don't have to copy whatever I'm telling you today in this lecture. All the information will be in the PDF file. I'll email to everyone. Then my email address is at ucalgary.ca. You don't need to take any pictures or anything. It will be all coming to you by the email. Alright?
You can use the remote.
Oh, this is all there.
You need the remote.
The programs which are used in X-ray crystallography. Well, don't take notes. You don't need. You will get all this. ShellX 2025, WinGX, F3 for Windows. Later on, I will tell you the functions of these programs during the course. And all these programs should be downloaded free of charge with permission of the authors. And यहाँ पर कुछ लोग, there are some people, experienced mentors are sitting here. They can help you if you have any problems. Are you willing to? All right. They're experts. Even I don't know many of these details because I've never done it. My son does everything for me. So I'll send you this information. It's all from the internet. WinGX program. All the information will be coming to you. Author Louis Faroukia. Grading. There will be tutorials. There will be quizzes, unannounced quizzes in the class. I'm not telling you when the quiz is going to be. And then you will have to write a quiz. There will be 3 or 4 quizzes. We can expect one every week. Tutorials, if they have been conducted before the quiz, you will be allowed to use that material to answer your questions of the quiz. It will be available. You can get some help from the tutorials. Tutorial materials will be sent to you, emailed to you ahead of time. Tutorials will be conducted on Saturdays. So I will not give you the answers to the tutorials. They will have to be done in the class. If you miss it, get it from your colleagues. from your classmates. Don't ask me to send you or email you the answers of the tutorials. I'm not doing that. It's too much spoon feeding. You need to spend some time. If you're serious, if you're not serious, stay home. That's easy, simple. There will be final examination worth 50%. I will allow you right? Metal मारना हमारी favorite hobby है. We all like to copy. I will allow you to bring one page, full size page, written whatever you want to write on this. Bring it with you and use it as they call it booty. You know what booty is? A cheat sheet. So just one page, both sides, your own handwriting, not computer generated. Don't start selling 500 rupees, take the new booty. Somebody generates on the computer and start selling it. Bad business. So we will take consideration of all your contributions in the exam, the quizzes and the final. So A plus if you get over 90%, A above 80%, and B 70%, C about 60%. Last time when I gave this course, 180 students enrolled in the course. There were like 60 on campus here, and the rest online. After 2 lectures, 60 dropped out. 2 weeks later, there was midterm. 60 did not show up. And only 60 people were left, and they all passed. No fail. Internet and electronic communications devices, while the cell phones must be turned off. No communication through any electronic media with your classmates or anybody else. If you violate this policy, you may be asked to leave the classroom. I have been teaching undergrads, and there the policy was that if a cell phone rings in the class, there should be a penalty. And I don't decide, you decide what the penalty should be. And somebody would say, take the cell phone off. I said, no, that's not nice. Take this one out. No, that's not nice either. What?
I want to say some people use cell phones during the lecture just to clarify some thoughts or some terminology, not to text with the people. So in that case, it should be allowed.
No. You pay attention to what we are talking about. These lectures are recorded. If you have any problem, you go back in your room, log on to the lecture. Any questions, any clarifications? Internet, everything is there. My lectures are on the internet. You don't have to come to my lectures if you're not interested. So, the penalty was decided by the students. There were 250 engineering class students doing chemistry. They decided that in the cell phone rings, the person will stand up, come to the front, and dance to the tune of the phone. They decided it. And I taught them for nearly 15 years. Only once Only once, a senior student who was taking the course, he made a mistake. His phone rang in the class. He stood on his chair, apologized to the class. You don't disturb me. You disturb the class, apologize to them. I will try to arrange this office hours from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. I'll be there. I'll let you know where it's going to be. Location to be announced. Have a question about the course materials? Maybe I can help. X-ray crystallography. The ultimate method to study three-dimensional structures of solids at electronic level. What are crystals? A crystal or crystalline solid is solid materials whose constituents. What are those constituents? Atoms, molecules, or ions. Arranged in an orderly repeating pattern extending in all three spatial dimensions. Would be atoms, molecules, ions, arranged in three dimensions in a repeated pattern. They can look like one of these. So the quality can be very good, can be not so good, can be poor. Amorphous solid. If you take a colored solution, you freeze it. It's a solidified solution. It's not a crystal. Amorphous materials in the solids in which the molecules or atoms are not organized in definite lattice pattern. They are called as glass or plastic and gels. So they are of no use to us. An amorphous solid, no molecular order. A glass, a solidified solution without crystallizing. It's glass you see on the top. It's not crystals. Non-crystalline quartz glass, that's what the molecules look like. Crystalline quartz, SiO2, look at the pattern. Very well organized, repeat units. In three dimensions, they pack, as we call it, a unit cell, a three-dimensional box, the base of the crystal material. It extends in three dimensions and gives you a crystal. Left-handed and right-handed crystals. Do you know who separated these? Some organic chemists will know it. The crystals of quartz and ammonium tartrate. Who was the scientist who separated these by looking at the crystal under the microscope? He looked at there were two types of crystals, left-handed and right-handed. Separated them, took their, I'm forgetting many of these terms now. It took their, rotation of their left-handed or right-handed, and they were able to separate the two in 1875 or something like that. And who was the scientist? You don't know? Louis Pasteur. right? He separated the crystals of the left-handed and right-handed materials of ammonium tartrate without using any crystallography or anything. Bitter-sweet structural formula of asparagine. Bitter and sweet. They are mirror images. Now you tell me, sugar, glucose. Our body uses what kind of glucose? D-glucose, right? If we produce as glucose, and start using that in our tea, as a sweetener, would that be of any use to our body? It will be free of any energy. So why don't we start producing these on a large scale and start using it? I don't know why. It should be very good business. Areas of XRD analysis. Single crystals. That's my field. Small molecules, proteins. The difference between these two techniques, the two areas. Single crystal, a small molecule. In protein, hundreds to thousands of small molecules joined together to give you a crystal. So that's the main difference. Otherwise, the theory is the same. Everything is the same except for the technique to collect the data, to solve the structures. Yes, same programs which are used for all these purposes, but are modified for handling large molecules, like the protein molecules, the enzymes, and all those. Powders. What's a powder? You take a crystal, you grind it down. So it's not a single crystal anymore. It's a sample of hundreds or thousands of small, tiny crystals. So that also gives you X-ray diffraction pattern. So we can study the powder diffraction as techniques used by geologists quite a lot. Low angle. I never tried it. Forensic science. From the location of a crime scene, they collect the fibers of the criminals, do the XRD analysis on those, and catch the culprits. So that's what is used in forensic science. Applications of single crystal analysis. It's a very powerful method. Extremely powerful. Very slow in the beginning. Now it's very fast. Over 1,000 structures determined per week worldwide. All these structures which are established and which are published, they are sent to what we call Cambridge Crystallographic Structural Database. It has more than 1 million structures in it now. At the time of retirement in 2015, I was one of the top 50 contributors to the database, number 43, worldwide. There have been tremendous improvements. I will show you the old-fashioned techniques how we saw structure 15 years ago and how we saw the structure now. If you understand how it was done earlier, then you get the basic concepts, the real idea. If you look over the shoulder of a senior crystallographer and you learn from the internet some of these basic things, yes, you can become a crystallographer. You push a few buttons, solve the structure. I call these experts as push-button crystallographers. They have no idea what's involved, what is it, theoretical aspects, and what is behind all this. Direct effect of three-dimensional structures. The only technique. In NMR, what you do? You run the NMR, you look at the pattern, look at the peaks. This peak looks like this, so must be like this. We have observed this peak in such and such compound, and here we have the similar inference, we have the similar peaks, so it gives a relative comparative study of the peaks, and we derive the results from direct indirect effect of the sample. Here, you take the crystal, expose to the X-rays, to get the structure. It's a direct effect of the XRD analysis which you get in XRD. It's not if or but. How much sample do we need? Extremely, extremely small. It doesn't go waste. It doesn't get consumed. We recover it at the end. Time, very fast today. My first structural analysis took me 4 months for data collection, for doing all the data analysis and everything. In 3 years, I was able to do like 12 structures. My supervisor had only 3 in his thesis. But now, as I said, you can do 3 structures in a day. Feel me? Am I right? The rate of success is very high. Disadvantage? No crystal, no results. We have to have a crystal to do the XRD work on it. Partial information, not possible. Either you get everything or you get nothing. And when you get nothing, there are some problems somewhere which you have not considered when you started data collection. Maybe your sample was not good enough, it is not good quality, you ignored those factors, and you just collected data and now you're trying to beat about the bush. It doesn't come out. Then you get frustrated. Can you count the number of colors in this picture? How many colors are there? Each color represents a different atom.
Five.
Are you sure?
Six.
Are you sure?
Seven. The white.
Only 5.
Let's count. Black, blue, green, yellow. 4. Red, 5.
Alright.
Orange box.
Yellow and red is not orange.
Deep yellow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Only 5.
Is it color or atom?
The colors of the atoms, 5 colors. It's a complex molecule, inorganic structure. Looks like a vase. But we were able to form the structure from the XRD data. Very simple molecule. 7-member ring with 3 double bonds in it, and with a moly in the center, and this moly is tricarbonyl. 3 CO attachments. We did the low temperature analysis of this compound, and we were able to see the electrons in this triple bond between C and O attached to the molecule. This used to be a dream of theoreticians. They were trying to assess the inner core electrons, their populations and all this. They used to draw these contour maps and all these things 20, 30 years back. But from this advanced studies of the single crystals using low temperature data, we have been able to see the inner core electrons. So these are the inner core electrons around the central atom body, D and F atoms. What are the 3D shapes of these molecules of your test? How many people are aware of Vesper theory? Yellow shell, repulsion. Yeah. Everybody should know this. SO2 molecule, right? Sulfur dioxide. What's the shape, three-dimensional shape of this molecule? Linear? No? Something like this? Bent. Right? SF4. Something like this. SF4 has this structure, according to the Vesper theory. So what's the shape of the molecule? Three-dimensional shape. Four bonds. On the top there is a lone pair which is pushing the bonds away from it. So the shape will be distorted tetrahedron. XEF4. It has xenon with 4 fluorine atoms. The electronic arrangement is 2 lone pairs above and below. Right? So this shape will be square planar. Now these are three-dimensional. So BRF5 with one lone pair of this molecule, central attached with 5 bromines and a lone pair on the top. So what will be the shape of this molecule? Square pyramidal. The pyramid is square base. SF6. Simple. Yeah. So, that's all for the introduction to X-ray crystallography. The person who gets the highest marks, not the ones who are repeating this course, will get 10,000 rupees from my pocket. Alright? Challenge. 10,000 rupees, the person who gets the highest marks. How many people know Dr. Summer? You know her. Dr. Summer. She was the recipient of similar prize, like I don't know how many years back. She took the course, and I had announced that I will give the award to the person who gets the highest mark. She was the one who received that. And I will give this money to Dr. Nadeem because the result will not be announced when I'm still here. It will be announced when I'm gone. So I'll make sure that he bear witness to this, that he delivers the award to the person who deserves it. In case there is a tie, it will be split. I never give 2-3 people. I'm a retired person living on a pension. All right. It's not the end of the story yet. There is a quiz for the day today. And those people who are taking this course, they are not allowed to take this quiz. There goes 5,000 rupees to the person who gets the highest marks. The people who have taken this quiz before, they're not eligible for this. So please don't bother. And if you use your cell phones, you have to cancel the quiz. You're not allowed to use your cell phones, because all the answers are available in those. And the result will be announced on this coming Saturday, along with the award. There will be 10 to 15 seconds for each question. There will be 24 questions. Seniors. Thank you.
Exam now? From the first exam?
No, this is the quiz. Just wait for the questions. They're coming. Are you smarter than this?
I didn't read my class.
That's अच्छे से पढ़ी हो यार.
I am not going
जा रहे हो मैदान जंग में without your ammunition? How could you? I need my glasses. So, anybody got the question? I'll give you the sheets. All right. Let's get started. Pencils and pens ready. The first question. There will be only 10 to 15 seconds given. The numbers are 1 to 24. And please don't mix up your answers with these question numbers. Then you will be at loss. Dry ice is the solid form of what common molecule? Dry ice. And no kusser, please. No helping your neighbors. Would be next question? Yes. What type of charge does a neutron carry? General chemistry questions. Question number 3. What did Alfred Nobel invent? This material was used in coal mining in Cape Breton. Nobel Prize given on in the name of just gentleman. Question number 4. How much is the percentage mass of water in an average human? अपना पानी है बाकी सब chemicals.
Can we write the range or exact?
Just write the range. What is the percentage mass of water in an average human? Question number 5. What natural chemical compound was contained in the original Coca-Cola recipe in 1886? Coca-Cola, we drink all the time. But there was something which was in the original Coca-Cola. What was that? Chemical compound. Either you know it or you don't. So let's move to the next. Question number 6. It's a question of 5,000 rupees. Hurry up. What is the trade name of the Bayer Company's drug that is also known as acetyl salicylic acid? You use it all the time. The trade name of the Bayer Company's drug that is also known as acetyl salicylic acid. Next question. Number 7. What is the name of the microscopic sphere of 60 atoms of pure carbon in a sphere-like structure that resembles a geologic dome? "60 carbon structure." Uh-oh. Question number 8. What is the common name of the relatively uncommon name dihydrogen oxide? Dihydrogen oxide. Question number 9. Around the periodic table. What expensive heavy metal element is used in jewelry and as part of an anti-cancer drug? Used in jewelry as well as anti-cancer drug. I can tell you the name. You should know the name. Next question. What metal element nets recyclers currently the most money? There used to be these guys on the bicycle coming around purchasing your metals. Petal, tamba, ये जो कुछ भी है, they give you money. So which metal is the one which brings you the most money from that angle? They would buy any metal and give you money. But which metal has the most return? Question number 11. What chemical compound or element which now supports life on Earth was responsible to kill 99.999% of all life on Earth about 2.4 billion years ago? I will give you the answers to these questions on Saturday before I announce the result. Sorry?
Any hint about this?
You will know it. Question number 12. What is the most abundant element in the human body? Question number 13. Biology, physics, and other weird things. What living animal has the heaviest brain?
Heaviest in terms of complexity or
Heaviest by weight.
By weight.
Which living animal has the heaviest brain? Question number 14. Sorry? Question number 14. What has more mass? 1 kilogram turkey feather on the moon or Earth?
Should it be between moon or earth? The answer.
Moon or Earth?
Okay.
Answer is either moon
Moon
or
or
Earth. You have to choose the answer. Question number 15. What is the coldest temperature in the universe?
The temperature of any
Do you mean region?
region or any element or any gas
The coldest temperature in the universe.
in the universe.
Yes. I have lived through minus 51 degrees in Calgary during winter. It's so cold. You cannot expose your body to the freeze. What is so special about water at 0.01 degrees centigrade and 0.006037 atmospheres? So question number 17. What was found in 2010 to exist on the moon by NASA? What was discovered in 2010 to exist on the moon? Question number 18. We have 7 minutes left and 7 questions. For what phenomenon's explanation did Albert Einstein receive a Nobel Prize? Einstein got a Nobel Prize
Yes.
for what phenomenon explanation? Question number 19. What three-letter abbreviated explosive is made from toluene? Three-letter abbreviated explosive made from toluene. Question number 20. Hint is given here. Historical fact. Thousands of tons of toluene were extracted in the coke process in Sydney for the war effort during World War II. Question number 20. What was the name of the first man-made satellite put into the space in 1957? Or do we know we were not there?
It was launched from Pakistan.
We were not launched from Pakistan. So we don't know. That's your answer, that's fine. Question number 21. Last stretch. What's short for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation? Think about it. What is the abbreviation? The short of light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Question number 22. What illness accounted for 40% of US military casualties during World War I? What illness caused massive destruction of the American army? 40% of the army died because of their illness. Question number 23. Almost over. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? You should all know this. And the last question. Everyone from the HEJ should know the answer to this. H-maline is an alkaloid found in the roots of this plant, among other plant sources. It is in this class and all this. The compound was first isolated from the roots of this plant by one of these five people. Hakim Ajmal Khan, Professor Salimuzzaman Siddiqui, Professor Atar Rahman, Professor Iqbal Chaudhry, none of the above. कुछ लिख दें कोई तो होगा ही.
Sir, can you repeat question 21 and 22?
I don't know.
No.
No, I'm sorry. So that's it. So tomorrow we will start advanced X-ray crystallography. This is all about the introduction. About your, please hand them over and I will check them over the next 2 days and see what more. ये नकली मारने अलाउ नहीं है हमें उनके तो जवाब गलत है आपने भी गलत कर दिया So do you have any more left? All these sheets? Alright, we'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We're going to close this door. Nobody will be allowed to enter after 11. So please, let us see this. Enjoy.